and welcome back to my craft room. So Inktober 2022, I have fallen by the wayside, but I'm not sad about it. I have decided to find my own way to enjoy it and take the pressure off. And more about that in a minute, but before I forget, I just wanted to remind you that it's not long now till the Arty Farty party, to which you're all invited. It's a live stream here on YouTube on the 5th of November. So remember the 5th of November, which won't mean anything to anybody outside the UK probably, but it's Guy Fawkes Day, when we burn an effigy of a man who died hundreds of years ago. And we let off fireworks to celebrate the foiling of the gunpowder plot. Anyway, so I picked that date to celebrate hitting 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube, which I was just so excited and grateful for. I just wanted to find a way to celebrate that and say thank you to everybody. So we're having lots of giveaways, and I've got some guests coming on, lots of gossip, lots of chance for you to join in. There'll be a live doodle along. Bring your doodling supplies. I will put a link to the video with all the details about the party, but there are 11 prizes altogether. There's over £100 worth of prizes I'm giving away. Most of them will be drawn randomly from people who are there for the live stream, but there's one special prize. It's the star prize that you can enter a draw now to win, and I just wanted to show you that. This has been very kindly donated by Scrawlerbox, so I'm thrilled to bits because I love Scrawlerboxes. I've loved them ever since I started my subscription 2 years ago now, so it's lovely to be able to give one away to one of my lovely viewers. So thank you, Scrawlerbox, much appreciated. So you can enter to win that one now. I wanted just one prize to be something that if you can't make it for the party, you can still maybe win a prize. So I'm going to just show you now where you need to go to enter. So this is the Arty Farty Annie Facebook page. It won't look quite like this to you because this is as I manage the page, I'll get a slightly different view, I think, but you should be able to go to the page, and pinned at the top here is the post that you need to click on. Here we go. And if you go, all you've got to do, you can see a few people have done it already, all you've got to do is comment "pick me" underneath this post. It needs to be this post though. It's the one pinned at the top. You can also go here, which is my Instagram profile. So I'm Annie.Claxton on Instagram. Again, I will leave links to all this. So you can see here I've shown a picture of the special prize, which will also be given away. That's my desert island pencil case full of the supplies I'd choose to take to a desert island with me. I'll be giving that away, including all the contents. But here again is the one that you need to click on if you want to enter the draw for the Scrawlerbox. Again, you can see some people have been doing it already. Click to add a comment in here and just put "pick me." And it just, you need to say that, and you need to go on those specific posts, because otherwise the bot we're using to administer the draw just won't pick you up. I don't really understand. I'm making it sound like I understand all of that. I don't. Tom's doing all that for me. Bless him. And then if you go here to my homepage here on YouTube, here's all the links to other social media there. If you scroll down a little bit, you can see upcoming live streams, and you can click on here and you'll be notified. Notified? I just made up that word. You'll be notified when the stream starts. Okay, so that's enough of all that. I just want to make sure everybody knows, and I'd love for as many people as possible to join me for the party. Last time we had a live stream, it was so much fun because a lot of people joined in, and it was like really having you here in my craft room having a party. I have completely lost my thread. So Inktober. I started off really well. If you're a regular viewer, you might have seen the short little video, like, I don't know, it's a couple of minutes at most, that I uploaded the day before because I was so excited to get started. I'm going to insert it here and we'll have a look together. So here we go. I've got it all in this lovely little tray. I've got my nifty pencil case. I love that Scrawler pencil case. I've spent lots of time sketching out all my ideas, all ready for day one. Loved this Art Gecko sketchbook, it worked really well. There's my lovely little stickers I had from Emily Arts. Got thumbnails already. I've even done the backgrounds and the titles. I was so enthusiastic. I really enjoyed making that bamboo pen. And the glass pen's just lovely to use. I've got the dip pens. This gold ink from Winsor & Newton was absolutely lush. I had everything I need. I was so excited. And for the first few days I even filmed a little bit of my process. So here's day one. I'm actually using a brush with the white India ink, and then some of the colours of the India ink that I used in the background. I'm still really enjoying myself at this stage. And it was really nice to have that splash of colour in the background. I think last year I got a bit sort of fed up just using black and white all the time, so having that splash of colour on the page before I even started helped to keep me going. I'm just going in with pens now to add texture, little dots and squibbly lines to try and give the sort of stone-like texture of the gargoyle. There we are, Lady Gargoyle. And then this was day two, Scurry. Yeah, I've used a dip pen this time because I liked the scratchy little lines that it made to give the idea of the sort of the fur on the little trembly mouse. I think I just used black and white ink with the dip pen for this one. I've got nothing else to say. Talk amongst yourselves. I don't think any of these clips are very long. Okay, he's nearly done now. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I was just so enjoying myself at this stage. Oh no, I'm using my Uniball Signo white there to add some highlights as well. There we go, all done. So day three, this was bats. This is quite simple, this one. Again, I've got my background there ready prepared, and what have I got? I've got a fine brush this time with the India ink. I'm just painting in the little bats silhouetted against the moon. And then I played around a bit. I got that lovely gold ink out. Oh, that ink is so lush. It doesn't really show up very well on the camera. I used it on the bat's wings to try and look as if they were kind of catching the light. Definitely looks better in real life than it does in on the camera there. There we are. That's that one all done. Scallop, I hated this one. Wasn't inspired at all. Played around with a few ideas and sort of went for this almost Zentangle kind of doodle, as in it was made up of lots of repetitive marks, just repeating the same thing over and over, kind of Zentangle style. But I just wanted to get this one done. I really wasn't inspired by this one. I wasn't inspired by a lot of the official prompt list this year, actually. So I put in some from other lists, which is fine. This one was Flame. Got the colours out again for this one. Applied them with a brush. I liked those warm colours of the flame against the blue, and the photo reference I've used there. I love how you've got that vibrant kind of orangey red centre and that cool blue against the black background. And now just using some fine liners to add details to the actual match to finish it off. There we go, all done. Still going strong at this stage. Okay, day 6 was Bouquet. I went with Miss Havisham's bouquet, still clutched in her gnarly old hands. Even though the leaves and the stems are all withered and the leaves are dropping, She can't let go of the bouquet. I think it was mostly fine liners for this one, but I did use a touch of that gold ink for the engagement ring. Yeah, it's all pretty straightforward really. Uniball Signo to add some lighter highlights again, and I tried to get the texture of the lace and the leaves and things. Okay, this one was Trip, and I've used this gorgeous Japanese brush pen. It's dual ended, it's grey one end, black the other, but I can't tell you what the name of it is because it's all in Japanese, or I can't pronounce anything. There's no writing that I can understand on this. I can't tell you what it's actually called, but it's a lovely pen. And then I've also used some of the gold ink again, and the Uniball Signo for the eyeball. And it's that ink, just it catches the light in such a beautiful way in real life. It's really lovely. So this is day 7. This is the last one I think I've filmed any of my process. So yeah, started really well. Then I just couldn't keep up with filming it every day, so I thought that's okay, I'll just keep going and I'll do a little quick flip through at the end of each week. That didn't happen either. So let's go to the desk and I'll show you where I did get to. So here's my little Inktober kit. I've got my gorgeous Little Illustrations sticker there. So that's Emily Art. She's Emily Arts here on YouTube. She's Little Illustrations on Instagram and Etsy. I'll leave links to her anyway. And she makes these lovely little, look at these lovely little stickers. Aren't they gorgeous? Oh, I'll just throw them on the floor. So I started well. Yeah, here's my kit. I'm keeping it together. I think what I've decided I'm going to do is I will enjoy finishing the drawings in my own time, and possibly just miss out the ones that I just really don't appeal, just feel like a chore to do, because what's the point of that? There's no point, is there? There's no point in beating yourself up over it. And what I'm going to do is just give myself the time to really enjoy all the amazing stuff that other people have been doing. It's an absolute inspiration. There's just a wealth of creativity out there inspired by these prompts. I've just been blown away by what people have come up with. So we'll have a quick look at my efforts first, and then I'm going to show you some of the ones that I've been enjoying looking at on Instagram. That's the quickest, easiest way to look at them. But lots of people I know have been also filming as well. But it's just Instagram's the quickest, easiest way to just have a look at what everybody's done today. So let's have a look at mine. Here's I mean, you saw the quick process video just now, but let's see how they turned out. So I did love, I really like the paper and everything in this Art Gecko sketchbook. It took the water, the ink mixed with water really well as well. Buckled slightly but not a lot. Stupidly, I didn't think about this. I did this title before I thought about having it this way up. It's a bit annoying, but never mind. So I followed this the whole way through, this idea of having this kind of masked off area and some splats. They were my thumbnails. I didn't even bother filling them in, but they look pretty and the words are all there. I left that blank because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with that. But okay, so here was day 1, Gargoyle. I decided that she was Lady Gargoyle. she was just a gargoyle who can't say no. Scurry. I was quite pleased with that one, and I really enjoyed, I think I used the dip pen for this one. That was one of the nice things about all of this. Yeah, it was the dip pen with black ink and some white ink as well. You're trying some of these different tools. The bamboo pen that I made myself. So this is an illustrator named Casper on YouTube. He showed how to make this pen where you just cut a piece of bamboo off at an angle. I use the same razor saw that I use for amputating Barbie limbs, actually. Yeah, you make a little split there so it will hold the ink. It worked really, really well. I was really surprised how well that worked. The glass pens work really well as well, and the dip pens for getting these little scratchy lines on the mouse are really good. Yeah, that. Enjoyed the Winsor & Newton gold ink. Just did a little sort of glint on their wings there. Hated this one. Just did it like a Zentangle, really. Miss Havisham's bouquet. She's got a little bit of gold there as well on her engagement ring. Camera's not really picking it up very well. Trip. Gold in there as well. I did say at the time, this isn't what you're thinking. This is how I feel when we're on a trip and we're travelling. I find it very overwhelming these days. It's not what it looks like, honest. It can be whatever you want it to be. Match, pretty obvious there. Nest, that turned out better than I thought it was going to, because considering I made it up with no no reference to look at all. Yeah. I found this when I was looking up photo references of axe. I found this picture that showed the anatomy of an axe, and I was just fascinated by how they're all kind of body parts. Yeah, really surprised me, so I just went with that. Eyeballs, quite enjoyed this one. That's meant to imply that it says peeled eyeballs. Keep your eyes peeled, you know. I was quite pleased with that one at the time. Quite enjoyed doing that one. I enjoyed this one. I think this is probably my favourite. The prompt for Prompt Squad this month, Jasmine said what we should do is just concentrate on Inktober and pick our favourite Inktober for Prompt Squad this month. So I think I might pick this one because it's quite Octobery as well. Yeah, and you know, I can understand why people are scared of clowns, but because I used to work as a clown for 2 or 3 years, I've got a secret soft spot for clowns, and I like the weird ones as well. But I can understand why people are a bit creeped out by them. Ritual. Yep, nothing much to say about that really. Empty. Oh, Zoe did a way better version of this I did. It was just kind of same idea, I think, in a way, but she just did it so much better. I'm gonna show you some of that in a minute. Wings, I never even got round to posting this one. I think this was that empty one was the last one I actually posted. So I don't know why I just couldn't even be bothered posting this one by the time it came to it. I looked at it and thought, I was blown away by everybody else's amazing work by then, and getting a little allowing myself to be a bit intimidated by how good everybody else was. And you shouldn't do that. You should never do that. Everybody's in a different place on their art journey. Yeah, but you know, I was not in a great headspace at that point. Let's just say that. We'll say no more. So then I didn't do foul. I have done some others. Salty. I had ideas for these. Missed the page by accident. I was quite looking forward to doing tentacle. Muted. Now that one happened by accident because I just felt like doing it. Not happened by accident. I just did it randomly because I felt like doing it one night in front of the telly. So I did one ahead of time, because it just popped into my head. And yeah, didn't post that one either. Wizard. Quite enjoyed doing his beard. Bad Dog, I was totally not at all. I had no ideas what I was going to do for this one. But I'll tell you what, some of the ones people have come up with have been amazing. Oh, yeah. Rat, I have got some sketches for that one, so I will get round to it. Witch Doctor, I was like drew a blank with, and I still don't know. I'm going to have a bit more of a look at what other people have done. Get some ideas. Fairy, I have got a sketch for that one. Castle, wasn't sure. Ego, I have a definite idea for this, but I haven't even done a sketch. I wanted to do 3 egos. One giant, massive one. One looking very small and embarrassed, and one kind of broken. snack, yeah. What did I think? Oh yeah, I thought I might do a frog catching a fly for that one, but I didn't do it. Creep, no idea what I was going to do. I had an idea about, we used to call them brothel creepers. They were like a kind of shoe back in the 50s. Oh yeah, and I actually sketched this one onto the thing. So this was for so that's ink falling over, obviously. So I will do that. It was almost there. Gear. I might just do some gears. I've got a stencil somewhere. Farm. I'm going to do a scarecrow for that one. So I probably should have made myself carry on, but when I realised I was having to make myself, that's when I thought, you know, stop this. Let yourself stop and just enjoy it. Whichever way you like. You can be inspired by all the amazing stuff other people are doing. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so quick look at the sketches that I did. So this is the one in the end I might use for rat. I tentatively did it for scurry, then I went with this little. Do you know, it actually made me realise doing this that I enjoyed the sketching stage more than I enjoyed doing the actual drawings. I quite enjoyed just sitting there thinking of ideas, and that's all the different ideas for bats. It's different playing with the shapes and lines on the scallop shell. That was for flame. Bouquet one, match. There's Lady Gargoyle. That was some different ideas for trip. There's my axe. Beginnings of nest. Eyeballs. Yep, you probably recognise these. Empty. Yep. I will do the ink one, but that'd be quite fun. I might do it coloured ink in there rather than the black ink, I think. That's the beginnings of mutant. Well, it started off being rat, and then I decided it would do for mutant. Tentacle. Oh, rat, I was thinking, yes, this is what I was going to go with. The Pied Piper in the background with the rats kind of tumbling over the edge of the frame. That was the only one I started doing for Schooltober. Pine cone. Couldn't do it. Got fed up and didn't bother with any more. But the other things that other people have done for Pinecone have been so amazing. I think that was there to be one of Mr. Punch's hands, actually. So it's nothing to do with Inktober. This is beginnings of thinking about fairy, and this is, I think, how I was going to try and do my fairy. And that was Judy's hand. There's Punch and Judy. So that was it. That was the end of Inktober for me. So, getting hot now. Let's take my cardi off. Now, let's have a look at some of the other amazing stuff people have been doing. Going back to the Arty Farty Annie page, you can follow this page, and I'll post things there about the party and prizes and upcoming videos and I don't know, things that I've done. But also what I'd love for you to do is, I have to click on more and go into groups here to find it. If you go into the Arty Farty Annie Facebook group, you can post your own things. So here's something. This is Kerry's actually posted some artwork of her eldest daughter's doing at college. We'll see it a bit better down there. So I sort of pin a different one up there every day or so as a featured post. So you'll see those there. This is my latest effort. And Troy Palmer has been posting his Inktober pieces in here. Wow, I mean, this one, I've only just seen this one this morning. So this is that she's from that series The Craft, isn't she? So the prompt is spell for day 24. I cannot believe that Troy is turning out these little works of art, and they're smaller than I thought. Apparently they're only like, was it 8 by 5 inches, did he say? Smaller than I thought, but works of art every single day. Here, Phoebe's reposted her trash dolls for me, because when Facebook changed things up, all the ones she posted before got lost, so I asked it, and she very kindly posted them again from when we did the trash doll live stream. Yeah, so, and here's some more of Troy's. Look at that. Yeah. Here's a better look at Kerry's daughters at work. So yeah, I love seeing all this stuff, what everybody else is doing. Look at these. I think this rat one's probably my favourite of Troy's. So Troy's one of the he's joined our little collaboration group. So you might remember a little way back we did Inspired by Fairy Stories. We decided we'd make it a quarterly kind of collaboration, so inspired by something different every quarter, but we've put it off until the end of November for this time because of Inktober and other things going on. So Troy's going to join us for that one, but more about that later. So that's the kind of thing that I will put on the Facebook page, and hopefully people will share what they've done on here as well. This is my Instagram page, where I showed you just now. You can see here where I've posted up to day 14. I was posting every day. I was doing really well. So here's Gabby Sheepdoll. So Gabby is another one of our collaborators, and for Inktober she created this little character, Brahita Cute. Was it Brahita Cutie? This little witch character, and she goes on all sorts of adventures. So this one is for Fowl. And they've just been all such fun little kind of cartoons, really. Yeah, little illustrations. I love them. Just going to skim over the ones that aren't Inktober, because otherwise I'll be here all day. There's Troy's piece that we were looking at just now on the Facebook page. Why is that not working? There's another little Brahita illustration. What is this one? Armadillo. Yes. So Gabby's had all sorts going on and she's catching up. So armadillo is a little waver, but it's like, look, who would have thought of bringing an armadillo out of the magician's hat? There's Julie now. Julie's one of my lovely viewers. Just Johnny Creations. So Johnny is another one of our collaborators. It was actually me and Johnny who sort of came up with the idea of the Inspired By collaboration in the first place, and we were so chuffed with how well it all went. It was such a lot of fun, and we've got such a nice little group together now. So this one is for Ink, day 16 Ink. I can't even remember what the prompts were now. I don't remember one being called Ink. He must have taken that. He must be using a different list. But I love that. Devil's Kiss Red. That would be a great name, wouldn't it? Here's one of Zoe's. Zoe has just been a machine, a very creative machine. She's just, every day she's been uploading a sort of speeded through process of her Inktober drawing for every single day. She's been doing the Schooltober list as well. So I think this is a yes, this is a Schooltober. I think it was Boots, because I think I saw other people doing that. I think she's been doing the Schooltober in her lunchtime at work. I don't know how she does it, and her pieces have just been, yeah, mind-blowing. And Johnny, who said that he couldn't draw and wasn't at all sure about doing Inktober, his drawings have been incredible. It was Gabby's first time as well. Zoe and Emily have both done it before. Casper's done it before, but decided he just didn't have time this year. Oh, Casper's got A4 colouring sheets available to download. I might have a look at them. I had some of his colouring sheets before. This looks really fun. Just trying to find some of the other people now that I've been following along that have done just some amazing pieces of art. And I'm really enjoying looking at old Claire's Day 24 Fairy. Look at how are people doing all of this for every single day. That's so beautiful, Claire. Kelly. So it's Kelly who posted her daughter's pieces on the Facebook page. So this is her version of Fairy. How lovely is that? Look at those colours. I love that blending. So yeah, I'm just now able to spend as much time as I like browsing through these, really enjoying other people's stuff without any pressure to be drawing and posting myself. It's another one of Johnny's. He's just been so creative. Sometimes his drawings remind me of Edward Lear or something. They're just like, yeah, peculiar in a really nice way, in the best way possible. Katie Butte, oh, hers have been just lovely as well. So here's Emily's profile, Little E Illustrations, and you can see some of her Cult of the Lamb Inktober paintings, drawings, illustrations. They've just been, oh yeah, and here's her list. So I just loved them. I've really enjoyed them. I've never played the game, but I do, yeah, I do know of it. And yeah, I just love how she's made the characters look like they could be, you know, illustrations in a children's book, really. Here's Johnny's, Just Johnny Creations. Look at them. Some of them are so weird and wonderful. I love that duck. I love the armadillo. I love all of them. And for someone who said, look at this, and look at the back. I think it was Acrobat. Cool. For someone who said he couldn't draw not that long ago. Look, oh, look at these. He also makes amazing art dolls, and I can imagine that some of these could end up being designs for art dolls. He's been playing with the oil pastels. So here's Zoe Artist. So these are all Inktober posts. So she's been doing Inktober and Schooltober. Look at it! Look at it! That's one of my favourites. Her mind must be, I love this little stubby pencil, must be just working all the time. So creative and so prolific, and just so well done. This is Gabby Chic Dolls. You can see Brujita here having all kinds of adventures for Inktober. Oh look, that's a pair of earrings I sent her. Yes, she's a wonderful artist, Gabby, and yeah, well worth checking out her Instagram and her YouTube. So here's Troy, Art of Troy Palmer, who's going to join our collaboration next time. And just look at this. I love how he's carried this colour scheme all the way through, and a couple of times he's added a bit of green there and a bit of kind of magenta and purpley colour there, but mostly he's stuck to this same colour scheme, which I love. They just look like they could be wonderful book covers or movie posters, don't they? Look at that. Yep, well worth checking out. Again, he doesn't have a YouTube channel yet. We've been telling him he should do, because I'd love to see him working on some of these. So this is Becca's Cutest Voodoo here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. She's based in Australia, and she does her YouTube videos, she tells stories about weird and wonderful things I knew nothing about, and then illustrates them with these incredible pieces of art. And then as you watch her working, as she tells you all about, you know, whatever she's been looking into that time. But these are all Inktober. And even the Booger, one of them was, I think you say booger, don't you? Basically bogies to us in the UK. She's even made me want to look more closely at bogies with that one. Oh, I mean, just look. This one, I think I left a comment saying this is like Popeye crossed with your worst nightmare. I think this one was for Salty. Yeah. Very, very distinctive style, absolutely fascinating. I could look at her drawings all day, and I love watching her work. Yep, so well worth checking her out. Okay, so although Caspar hasn't been doing Inktober, he did do one. Yeah, here's the one that he did, and it was he did a couple of videos on his YouTube channel. On YouTube, he's illustrator named Caspar. And he showed his whole process of working up the initial sketch and then adding the colour and everything. It was really, so it's over a couple of videos. Really good. I love watching his videos. This is the colouring sheet he's just made available online, I believe. And this must be the, yeah, that's the part of the children's book he's illustrating. I love his drawings, really love his drawings, and his little draw along videos are really good. Well, it was our Inspired by Fairy Stories collaboration. I need to get a poster ready for Inspired by the next one. It's a secret. Shh, I'm not telling you yet. So I've been rattling on now for quite a long time. Probably need to stop. So you can see, there's an absolute wealth of inspiring artwork that has come out of Inktober, and I'm just gonna chill, not beat myself up over it, enjoy looking at what everyone else has done, and in my own time I might get around to finishing that book that I started. Not that one, this one. But if there's some that I don't fancy doing, I'll just tear the page out. Nobody will ever know. So I think that's all I've got to say today. Bit of a strange video. I'm not sure how that's going to cobble together until I edit it. But I hope you enjoyed watching. How are you getting on with Inktober? Are you keeping up? Are you doing it? Are you just watching and not doing? I think next year I might take a leaf out of Casper's book and just sit back and do something else and just enjoy what everyone else is doing. As soon as I put myself under pressure, sometimes a little bit of pressure is good. It kind of motivates you. Other times it just makes it into a bit of a chore, and you think, hang on a minute, you need to remember why you're doing this. It's meant to be fun. It's not meant to be a job or something. Anyway, carry on enjoying Inktober, whichever way you're doing it, and I shall be watching from the sidelines and getting ready for the Arty Farty party, which is not much more than a week away now. Please come and join us if you can. I'd love to see you there, and you might win a prize. There's 11 prizes. We're going to be drawing a prize every 10 minutes, and there'll be a guest every 20 minutes. It's going to be very fast paced, lots of fun, I hope, and so please try and join us if you can, even if it's only for part of it. And going into the prize draw now, to win the Schooler box. Can't tell you what Schooler box it's going to be because it's a mystery one. So, and the Schooler box are going to send it to the participant directly. So all of the prizes are open internationally, so you don't need to worry about that either. We'll post them wherever you are in the world. Anyway, hopefully see you there, and thanks very much for joining me today, and I will see you again really soon. Bye.